you can see in the number of these videos that are now circulating that there is a perceptual manipulation scam going on to sell you the Chinese system and to sell you the AI control system in the guise of, oh, how the great's this. I saw this one of a bloke who walked into a little shop and there was no one working there, and you did it all through AI, you paid for it, etc. And he was saying, oh, well, it's great, you know, there's no crime. Well, there's no bloody crime because wherever you go, there's a bloody camera on you. So what would be the point? Oh, well, there's no crime, that's good. Oh, yeah, but so 24/7 control and surveillance of everything you do, that would be good, would it? I know, let's have a great idea. Let's take Orwell's telescreens and put cameras up in your bloody home. Well, if you've got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to worry about. That's the usual crap that you hear. But this is what is happening. We're being sold dystopia in the guise of a system to replace the New World Order. Ah! Beam me up, Scotty. It's bloody mad down here, mate. It's from this alternative media. That's where they're getting their information from. So are we naive enough to believe that this cult wouldn't move in on the alternative media? Of course. And I watched it happen. I made it clear that I could see it happening. And like I say, got all that abuse for it. But it has. And it's not that necessarily there will be some, oh yes, that everyone I'm talking about would knowingly manipulate people. But all you've got to do, if you're the cult, is get those that have a certain mentality and promote the hell out of them. And algorithmically promote them and financially promote them. And they have. And suddenly, lots of people who came out of the mainstream in the wake of COVID then became the stars of the alternative media. And they just happen to be, not all of them, but many, many of them, those that supported Trump and then turned against him, that supported Israel and then turned against them. And so what's being presented by much of the central part of the alternative media is what the alternative media opposed year after year after year, being presented and promoted in another form. And we need to get streetwise to this and start questioning everything, no matter who says it, including me. But there's another aspect to this as well. Very, very fundamental. And that is the power moving east to China, particularly, is also moving into this whole realm of artificial intelligence and digital control of humanity on a level never seen before in known human history anyway. You know, I see, your Peter Thiels and your Elon Musks and your AI Silicon Valley oligarchs, and we should focus upon them because of what they're doing in the West. But if you look at the cutting edge of AI digital human control, then look no further than China. Way ahead of these characters, although if you go to that level, which is controlling this level, then your Peter Thiels and your Elon Musks will all be controlled by that level. But China has AI technology that is already running the country. You have their ability, because they have millions of cameras in the cities. I've seen it on documentaries where they're finding people in the street in minutes through facial recognition cameras, etc. And China is the blueprint for everywhere. I've been saying since the 1990s, if you want to see the West tomorrow, look at China today, and it still remains true. And it's my view, I've been saying this for a long time, that the Mao revolution in China was a cult revolution. And it was designed to create a closed society in China, which it still is to an extent, but very much was for a very long time. And within that, you had a leadership, a communist leadership, that what it said happened. There was no paying lip service to democracy and, what do the people think? No, none of that. And the idea was within that structure where you could move things along really quickly, that you incubated and developed a system, ultimately technological, of mass human control, which eventually would be played out across the world everywhere. Where was COVID supposed to have started? Oh, China. And what has happened since COVID? The West and other countries have become more and more like China in terms of their technological agenda and their human control. And what we are talking about in the West, and those who are aware are saying we must stop this, is AI human fusion for a start. So AI becomes the human mind, total control. But also an AI digital control system which includes preventing people from traveling. Well, I wonder what running out of an oil supply and an energy supply might do to travel. And to create a digital money system, all of which is centrally controllable, and to limit movement to the point where you have this concept of the 15-minute city, where they say that whatever you require for living will be within 15 minutes of your home a 15-minute walk or a 15-minute cycle ride. And we're having cameras, number plate cameras, cameras in general, put up more and more across the West and other countries. And they give you a reason, they give you an excuse for why that's happening. It's to police the pollution zone, or it's the congestion zone, or whatever. But actually they're being put up there, step by step, totalitarian tiptoe, to police the 15-minute cities and human movement. Now, that's already happening. It's already moving in that direction. But in China, they are there. In many, many areas, they're there already. And what I'm seeing, and what we should be very much aware of, is that more and more you are seeing videos proclaiming that the Chinese system is great. If communism is so bad, why does China look like this? You see videos from Westerners in China talking about the 15-minute city and how great it is. I'm not saying they're all part of the conspiracy, but you can see in the number of these videos that are now circulating that there is a perceptual manipulation scam going on to sell you the Chinese system and to sell you the AI control system in the guise of, oh wow, the great's this. I saw this one of a bloke who walked into a little shop and there was no one working there, and you did it all through AI, you paid for it, etc. And he was saying, oh, well, it's great, there's no crime. Well, there's no bloody crime because wherever you go, there's a bloody camera on you. So what would be the point? Oh, well, there's no crime, that's good. Oh, yeah, but so 24/7 control and surveillance of everything you do, that would be good, would it? I know, that's a great idea. Let's take Orwell's telescreens and put cameras up in your bloody home. Well, if you've got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to worry about. That's the usual crap that you hear. But this is what is happening. We're being sold dystopia in the guise of a system to replace the New World Order. Beam me up, Scotty. It's bloody mad down here, mate. Here's an example. Like I say, I'm not saying they're part of the conspiracy, but it's an example of how this is being pushed.
It is my favorite time of the day right now. It is 6:45. Everyone just finished work. Everyone's so happy. They just had dinner. They're going for their evening stroll. But that's not what I want to show you guys today. Look at this. This is my neighborhood, okay? So I live in this community right here. And I think not a lot of countries have this. They don't have this type of convenience. You walk right out of my community. You have a convenience store over there that has everything. You have barbecue shops that make you fat but so delicious. You have the doctor down there. It's not the hospital, you can go in there, they can tell you what's wrong and then give you some medicine. You got the pharmacy as well if you're sick. Then not just that, you got a lot of restaurants down here all the way around the block. You got an e-bike shop down there. Look at all the e-bikes standing here. Then not just that, I used to be an English teacher. So right there is a place I can copy papers and make copies and everything. You got a big supermarket and vegetable market down there. You got more restaurants. You got the ice cream shop that you pay 2 RMB for an ice cream. I mean, this is what you get. And then you get all these people just being happy they finish work, going on a stroll after they ate delicious food. I think that's what a lot of people don't realize that China has, is this type of convenience, that everything is here around you.
Control of people, billions of people, is by control of perception. Because from perception comes behavior. If you want to control behavior, you must control perception. If you want to control perception, you must control the information that people have to form those perceptions. This is what censorship is all about. It's what shadow banning is all about. It's what algorithmically promoting the message that you want out there is all about. And we need to get bloody streetwise, bloody fast to how this works. Anyone think the people that impose the shadow banning have the best interests of humanity at heart when they control increasingly the whole means of communication? Of course not. The whole thing is a scam. And if you go to this level, way in the shadows, then you realize that the drama going on here, Trump against Harris, Starmer against Farage, this religion, that religion, that religion, they're all controlled by the same force. And they are playing the target population off against itself. So we're so busy fighting each other that we don't see that the same hands hold the same strings attached to all of us. And we are hurtling towards that point of global control. Never seen before, like I say, in known human history. And we need to get streetwise to it so fast, because so many that we trust that do what all manipulators do, they tell you what you want to hear. They are leading us, along with the globalists, the cult, they're leading us to the edge of the cliff. And they're doing it by selling us the same outcome through a different story.